Jay, because let's look at the picture that the president tweeted out promoting what he's calling a steel slat barrier. What are your thoughts on this? To Abigail's point, is this the president's way of kind of finessing his way out of his border wall promise? Because I'll tell you at the beginning, it looked like it was, what was he saying, 20 feet high, some huge concrete barrier that you wouldn't be able to see through and you couldn't climb over, and this looks a little different.
Alex, absolutely. I think that the idea of this wall has been so evolving, and honestly, it's such a physical representation of what Trump wants. I mean, and it makes no sense because every expert will tell you that a wall is not a smart move on the southern border, that it's much more effective to spend the money to use for drones, to use for beefed up patrols, to use for other security measures, cameras, surveillance, satellites, than it would be to actually build a physical wall. But Trump's really hung up over this physical wall because that's his gut instinct, right? It's something tangible, it's something that he can point to, it's something you can visit, it's something you can see, and so he really wants to promise that delivery, right, to his base. And I think what's really striking here is how he's such an outsider, right? And this is the way he's running for re-election. This is, I think, his entire theme for re-election is, I'm an outsider, I'm not part of Washington, I'm here to blow things up, I'm here to shut down the government if needs be, to fight for what is going to really help you guys, even if the reality is that that's not something that's really actually helping his base. The wall is not smart. But it's this, again, it's all about optics, it's about showmanship, and that's what this president is best at. It's really
Jay,
being the showmanship.
But this president, talking about the wall left and right, and specifically citing the wall. Now this tweet talking about the lunch that's coming up with, as he says, a large group. It's concerning border security, and he doesn't specify the wall. Do you think that border security will play the same with his base as this huge wall that he's promised?
If Ann Coulter and Rush Limbaugh's comments this week are any indication, no, it won't play the same. I mean, they're really saying you need to build this wall. This is what you promised us. This was what you said all along. You need to build a physical wall, even though border security from the get-go, from the moment he first said, I'm going to get Mexico to build this wall, which obviously never happened, experts always said that it would make no sense to build a wall, that it was much more better enforced through a variety of different measures. And that's really the compromise here that Democrats and Republicans have been talking about, is redirecting this money to go into other border security efforts that make much more common sense. But the question is that something that base and Rush Limbaugh and Coulter are going to accept and say, yes, this is still a victory for the president?
All right, Jay and